The whole world needs a bathroom upgrade. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Michael Hanley. I'm your host here at the Looverse, and today we're going to be talking about the global bathroom access problem. So let's get into it, because the entire world needs to poop. Rich people, poor people, grandparents, delivery drivers, that one friend that tells you they only go every 3 days, you should probably check in with someone about that. And yet, somehow, with toilets being the basic necessity of life, there are still billions of people out there that struggle to find one, and billions of people don't have access to safe sanitation. Before we start, there's two types of problems here. First things first, sanitation access. The second is public bathroom access. And the reality is that globally, we're failing at both. According to the latest reports by WHO and UNICEF, 3.4 billion people lacked safely managed sanitation in 2024. And this one's a shocker. It also includes the 354 million people that still practice open defecation. Another 1.7 billion people lacked basic hygiene services at home, which means that they didn't have reliable hand washing facilities or soap and water. And unsafe water contributes to 1.4 million deaths per year, which is totally preventable. So let's go on a little road trip around the world and see how different countries have managed their bathroom access problems. Starting off with the United States of America. So an article published by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation said that 23% of people have been denied access during a bathroom emergency. Furthermore, 18% of people had either dealt with a bowel or urinary accident in public. And of those who experienced incidents, 72% of people said that they believed that this was preventable. If only there was a bathroom access network. More often than not, we treat accidents like they're personal failures, but in actual fact, the failure is in the infrastructure. So let's hop across the pond to the United Kingdom, where the pinky goes out when you drink your tea. Beer. So research shows by the Royal Society of Public Health in 2026 that there was only one publicly accessible bathroom for 15,841 people. Now, if you're from the United States and that doesn't sound too bad, just remember that the entire population of the UK is roughly 69 million people. And furthermore, it actually shown that publicly accessible toilets had declined by 14% since 2016. Where did the toilets go? And in an article published by the RSPH, they stated that most people actually, when going on a night out, restrict their drinking in order to make sure they don't have to go as often. Don't believe it. And the last statistic is especially disturbing. People have actually risked dehydration so as not to have to use a public bathroom, especially in cities like London, where you have to pay pretty much anywhere you have to go. And once again, they're hard to find. And when you do finally find one, you've got to pay to get into it. And so for a city like London, where transportation seems to have an extreme investment capability, a YouGov poll actually showed that 74% of Londoners think that there should be more publicly accessible bathrooms across the whole transport network in London. Because we may be used to the trains being late in the UK, it's a whole other story whilst your gut is doing a hostile takeover downstairs. So from the UK, let's jump on the Eurostar and head out to Europe, shall we? Now, Europe is not one country, by the way. There are multiple different cultures, standards, and expectations when it comes to public bathroom access. For example, an interesting one is Eurostat states that in 2015, 1.5% of all of Europeans either didn't have a bath, a toilet, or running water in their household. And that's Europe, but the average there was concealed by huge differences. Like countries like Romania was 21.2%, 7% in Bulgaria, 7% in Latvia. And even in countries where they do have all of those necessary requirements, unfortunately, you still have to have money on hand in order to get into one. Not to mention that if you're a tourist traveling around, you're already lost as it is. You don't know the road signs. It gets complicated. Right, so let's get ourselves a red eye and we're going to take a real long flight over to China. So China's actually kind of an interesting example because they have recognized bathroom access as a major development project. And so in 2018, China launched the Bathroom Revolution, where they made it more accessible for tourists and people alike to go and find a public bathroom quickly, which included 330,000 publicly accessible bathrooms across 19 provinces and 216 cities. And yet, major rural inequalities remain. Though I will give kudos because in China, 76% of the entire nation states that they are covered in regards to bathroom access, and this still leaves roughly a quarter of that completely untouched. And when you look at the population of China, that's a massive number. Though they do continue to make strides. In fact, in 2024, they renovated 1,200 bathrooms to deal with the struggles of elderly people and disabilities alike. And so that shows that it's not just about building toilets. You also have to maintain it, ventilate it, restock it, right? Otherwise, congratulations, you have created a locked room with some plumbing. And I know what you're thinking, why does this all matter? Because at the end of the day, public bathroom access is what helps connect people to society. It's how we show that we aren't just sticks and stones anymore. We have the technology. And nowadays, I mean, it can affect how people go to work, how people go to school, how people deal with their day-to-day life, going out to any form of event in any way, shape, or form. At some point, you're going to need to use the restroom. And so it's really a global issue. It's not just one nation in particular that's falling behind. I mean, we're really falling behind as a species. Just remember the bathroom access is freedom, health, it's dignity. And so until everybody feels that they have a safe place to flush, we here at the Looverse continue to march down that road, stating that there needs to be dignity for everyone. And that starts with a bathroom access network. So as I make my 18-hour flight back to the United States and think about that world tour we just went on, I can't help but feel that bathroom access isn't just about the United States, it's the entire planet. And it's down to us as a species to make a difference. And without proper management, it could be the end of us all. I realize that is a little bit dramatic, but you get my point. This is something that we need to take seriously. So that's a little road trip about the global problem we're dealing with as far as bathroom access is concerned. If you like what we're doing here at the Looverse, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more. In the meantime, courtesy flush.